Hey there, my friends. There are two crucial things you need to know about this car vacuum before you spend your money on it. I'm going to talk about those two things in just a second, but first, let's go over some of the features and what it's like to actually use this thing. I'm also going to answer the most common questions on Amazon around battery life, rechargeability, and strength of this vacuum. So let's get into it because there's a lot to cover. This little thing is packed full of features. As you can see, it's a pretty small package, which is so important to me because if we're talking about keeping it in the car, I've got to store that somewhere. I love how compact it is. It does break down into two major parts. So if I just twist this right here, it pulls apart. This is what I would call the motor and turbine section of the vacuum. This is the collector or the container, also the accessory part of this as well. There are some very unique accessories that go along with this vacuum that I'm going to show you in just a second. But first, let's talk about the features of the turbine battery part of this vacuum. In order to take it apart, there's just a lock, unlock right there. You just find this dot right here, put it in the unlock, twist it, it tightens down onto the battery and turbine part. This is obviously cordless, so it is rechargeable. You recharge it right here with a USB-C. It does come with a very short USB-A to USB-C cord, but any USB-C cord will charge this vacuum just by plugging it in right there. So I have a million of those around the house. You probably do too, and I just use whatever I have available. Now let's talk battery life really quick. From a dead battery, it takes about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to get a full charge back into this battery. But then you get a good 20 or 30 minutes of vacuum time. That really depends on the level at which you're using. If you turn this on and use boost the whole time, you're probably only going to get 15 to 20 minutes out of it. But if you're conserving battery, making sure you're on the right setting for what you're vacuuming, going to the low setting when you possibly can, you could stretch it out to 30 minutes. So it's a fantastic battery life. And I think it's a really convenient charge time as well. You have the power button right here, which is one of two controls for this battery bank or for the battery part of this. And in order to turn it on, I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be hard to hear me because obviously it's got some noise to it, but I'll try to talk over that. To turn it on, I hold the power button down for 2 seconds and it starts on level 2. In order to take it to level 1, I just push the power button again, takes it down to level 1. That's going to preserve battery, noise, all of that sort of stuff. So if you don't need power, if you don't need full power, I would take it down to power 1 so you can preserve some of that battery, and it still has some really good suction to it. Now, when it's on 2, you also have the boost button right here. And that's like your level 3. That's to get the really tough things. If I'm vacuuming hair out of a carpet or something like that, and the stuff is really, or sand down in the carpet's really hard to get to, I pop on that boost for a couple minutes while I'm vacuuming that stuff up, and it does a fantastic job. So essentially you have 3 levels of vacuum strength on this, and I will tell you, the strength is phenomenal. For the things that are in a car or other smaller spaces like crumbs and sand and dirt, even clumps of mud, this thing does a fantastic job at picking those up. The strength is phenomenal. And obviously the air exhaust is on the back here, so you will feel air coming out of that. There's more to this too that I want to talk about in just a minute as well. Now, that's all the features for the actual battery and turbine part. I want to show you some specific things about the vacuum catch here, or the container where everything's going to be caught. So on the farthest end right here, you have whatever accessory that you have. This is the standard wide mouth accessory right there. In order to change out the accessory, you just twist and pull it off, and it fits really tight. And it's great there. You can see this right here. So this is right here. This is actually, I'll open it up. You have a opening lock right here that you just slide, and then you can open the container. The lock is important because when you're emptying this, or when you're not meaning to empty this, you could accidentally hit that. It would open this up and then everything would fall out. So you unlock it. When you're going to empty it, you unlock it, push the button and it opens the door. One thing I want you to notice is how wide it opens this door, which is super nice. It means everything's gonna cleanly fall out. Some of these vacuums only open like that. Stuff gets caught up in here, and then I'm shaking and moving and all that sort of stuff just to get the stuff out. The rubber door here and the opening for the vacuum is really nice. It's super big. I've had other ones of these that it's not very big, and so it doesn't let a lot through. This is a lot of space for stuff to come through, and that door that closes is really spring loaded. Sometimes these are just rubber doors and they can get caught open or unplaced on this thing, and then you have stuff falling out the top of the vacuum because that door doesn't go back in place. So I think they did a great job on that. You can see the primary filter and the HEPA filter here. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Obviously, this is the amount of space of things that it can hold. It's not meant for high capacity. It's meant for crumbs, sand, stuff like that, and you're going to want to empty it every time that you use it. So on the back side of this, we can access the filters just by pulling up on them just like that. And this is 2 filters in one. You need to know that. This primary filter right here is just a mesh filter. Let's unlock it here. I always forget which way is unlock. There we go. So you have the primary filter right here, which is a metal mesh. This is catching all of your large stuff, hair, sand, all of that sort of stuff. Inside of it, you have the HEPA filter. This can be cleaned and washed with water as long as you dry it completely before you use it again. This cannot be cleaned with water. What I do with this is I just shake it off, kind of move it around. I also will take another vacuum and just vacuum it off. This just ensures that airflow is really good in the vacuum and that the air that it's pushing out the backside is clean, and you're also not getting any debris into the actual motor of the vacuum. So you can put that all back together, just twist that on, pop it back into place, and you're golden and it's good to go, ready to be used. Now, there's an alternate use of this that I've found super helpful, especially to have in the car. So when we go to the pool or the beach or something like that, you actually have an inflator on this side. And talking about the inflator, is a great place to talk about the accessories that come with it. First, let's talk about the accessories on the vacuum side. So you have this standard accessory right here, which I find super useful. It's the one that I use the most, but I can pop that off, and I have this extended feature right here, or accessory. This is what allows me to get down into the cracks, into the crevices, all that sort of stuff. You just pop it into the vacuum just like this. It also has an extending brush on it like that. So I find this super useful. So you can use it with a brush, or you can use it with a flat edge just by sliding that back. You also have this flat surface accessory. This is great for seats and upholstery. So vacuuming hair off of seats, dog hair, all of that sort of stuff. You just pop it onto the vacuum just the same way that you do the other accessories. Now you've got this cool flat accessory. It has this brush right here on it. If you are, like I said, hair or any of that sort of stuff, it's gonna grab those things. Or you can flip this, and now it's a hard surface accessory that allows airflow right there. So if you're doing fabrics, you're gonna wanna use that. If you're vacuuming up the dashboard or something like that, you're gonna wanna flip that over and use that part of the accessory so that you have the airflow that you need on any flat surface. Super helpful and useful accessories. They're all built well, nice hard plastic. I find them to be very useful. Now, you also have some accessories that come with the air compressor or the air filler. So you have this large needle or pointed air condenser right there. You can pop that into the back of the vacuum. By the way, you can use the air compressor without this this side of it. So I usually just use it just like this. This would be for bigger holes, like think about like inflatable camping mats, stuff like that. You can use this accessory, or if you want to blow out areas of the car when you're detailing it, I find it to be super useful for that as well. And then you have this smaller needle right here. This will go into like pool toys, all of that sort of stuff, and you can pop that into the back side of this. and put it into the pool toy. You get the pool toy about 90% of the way there, and then you can just finish it off with a couple breaths to make sure that it's nice and compressed, because this isn't going to compress air into the toy or whatever it is you're blowing up. You will need to finish it off with your mouth, but that's so helpful to get the majority of it blown up with this needle right here. So my friends, this car vacuum, this portable vacuum, I have found to be incredibly useful. We love having it in the car. I hope this video has been helpful in deciding whether or not this is the right portable vacuum for you. And if you grab one, that you find it as useful as we have. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.